Looking for a Chain Whirler. Uh-oh. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game, the best Magic the Gathering Arena channel focused on beginners and free-to-play individuals alike. Today we're stepping away from free-to-play and pushing our rank up with historic Mono Red Agrro. As always, we're going to take a look at the deck list, talk about the deck's strategies and synergies, get into the gameplay footage, break down all the plays involved in that, and then come full circle with our closing thoughts. If you find any value in this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and share it to a friend. That would be absolutely awesome of you. I do have untapped.gg open for you guys to see the deck statistics. I had a 75% win rate, 100% win rate on the play, and 56% on the draw. It's always hard to come back against your opponent on the draw unless you have field wipes. In this case, we don't. Sometimes we just get to play aggro decks and have a Goblin Chain Whirler. So we went 21-7, played for only 4 hours, and went from Diamond 4 into Mythic percentage without really any hiccups. A couple losses, but how do you not have that happen when you play 30 matches, right? So 21-7, 75% win rate with Mono Red Aggro taking us from Diamond 4 to Mythic in only 4 hours. Let's take a look at a bit of our matchup statistics because I know you're all interested in that always, how it performs. Against Sultai, a 100% win rate. That's incredible. Against Naya, another 100% win rate. Mono White, because the Chain Whirler, a 100% win rate. And at Jund, 100% win rate. Mono Blue, 100. And Mono Red, 100. Grixis, 100. 4-color, 100. Mono Green, 100. Selesnya, 100. Bant, we lost against. Bant is a great deck right now, you guys. It's so good. We did beat Abzan 100%, and we did beat Temur 100% of the time. So we lost to Esper twice. Esper is so good. Kaya's Wrath, they have life gain available, they have removal, they have everything to deal with Mono Red. So Esper is a very hard matchup, as we can see with this deck, along with Bant, just because there's so many answers. Mono Black, that's kind of a toss-up. That's aggro versus aggro. They do have life gain, which does make the matchup hard. Luckily, we do have the sideboard to limit that life gain. But again, it's going to be a flip of the coin who can beat the other to 0. Azorius Control, again, Control is kind of a rock, paper, scissors sometimes, where aggro should beat Control and Control should beat mid-range and mid-range should beat aggro, right? It should cycle around like that. But Azorius Control is in such a good position right now, it's hard to beat. So we only get 1-1, going 50%, similar to Mono Black Aggro. Moving on to Gruul. I'm surprised we got 1 win against Gruul at all. And Gruul is a mid-range deck, aggro / mid-range, I guess, depending on how it's played. And it should always eat us alive, so we're really lucky to get 1 win here at all. Normally, I think Gruul is a very supreme matchup in comparison to Mono Red Aggro, but we were able to bully them out at least one time. So that's as much as I care to talk about with the deck statistics. Let's get in and break down the deck. We have 2 copies of Fanatical Firebrand. This is a 1/1 with haste. We can tap it, sacrifice Fanatical Firebrand. It deals 1 damage to any target. 4 copies of Fervent Champion, a 1/1 with first strike and haste. Whenever Fervent Champion attacks another target attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Equip abilities, you activate that target Fervent Champion, cost 3 less to activate. 3 copies of Scorched Spitter. This is a 1/1, and whenever Scorched Spitter attacks, it deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that it's attacking. Moving on to our 2 drops, we have 2 copies of Direfleet Daredevil, a 2/1 with first strike. When Direfleet Daredevil enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast it this turn, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast that spell. If that spell would be put into the graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Robber of the Rich, 4 copies of this. It's a 2/2 with reach and haste. Whenever Robber of the Rich attacks, if defending player has more cards in their hand than you, exile the top card of their library. During any turn you attacked with a rogue, you may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were any mana to cast that spell. So that's really great. We have 4 copies of Runaway Steamkin, a 1/1. However, whenever you cast a red spell, if Runaway Steamkin has fewer than 3 +1/+1 counters on it, put a 1/1 counter on it. Then we can remove 3 +1/+1 counters from Runaway Steamkin to convert it into 3 red-sourced mana. 4 copies of Burning-Tree Emissary, a 2/2 with when Burning-Tree Emissary enters the battlefield, add Gruel mana, which means 1 red, 1 green, which is basically a 2/2 for free. I can't believe it. Moving on to our 3 drops, we have Light Up the Stage, which should be cast normally as a spectacle for 1. Spectacle meaning we dealt a damage to our opponent this turn, therefore we can cast spells with spectacle. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of your next turn. You may play those cards. This is great because they go into exile, not your hand, so your opponent can't really deal with them so easily. 3 copies of Goblin Chainwhirler, a 3/3 with first strike. When Goblin Chainwhirler enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and each planeswalker they control. So 1 damage to everything your opponent controls, and that's amazing. 4 copies of Anax, Hardened in the Forge. This is a X3, and Anax's power is equal to your devotion to red. That's the X. So if our devotion is 7, it's going to be a 7/3. So a very formidable creature, especially in a mono red deck. Whenever Anax or another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 red Satyr creature token with this creature cannot block. If the creature had power 4 or greater, create 2 of those tokens instead. We have also, as a 4-drop, 2 copies of Torbrand Thrain of Redfell, a 2/4. And if a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. We have 3 copies of Embercleave for 6. It has Flash, and the spell costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. When Embercleave enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has double strike plus trample. We can also hard equip it for 3 once it's already on the battlefield. These spells are accompanied by 4 Castle Empress, in which we can pay 4 creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn, and then 17 mountains. We're playing traditional historic today, which means best of 3 matches. So we will be using a sideboard in between the 2 matches, or in between the 3 matches. If we win, they win, and then someone else wins the 3rd one, right? So as we break down these cards, we're going to talk about which matches they're going to be used in best. Let me just get the sideboard up here. We have 2 copies of Fry, 4 copies of Lava Coil, 4 copies of Unchained Berserker, 1 additional Goblin Chainwhirler, 3 Rampaging Ferocidons, and 1 Experimental Frenzy. There is a general strategy in which if I'm on the play, I may play aggro first, use all of my 1-drop creatures, try to get out there, and then realize that we're playing against a mid-range deck, in which case I shift my perspective because he has continual blockers from using aggro into doing the long con, as I call it, and introducing Experimental Frenzy. If we're unable to play aggro, I really like Frenzy, and then we just need to try to protect our Steamkins. So that's the general strategy that I used for sideboarding. Everything else in the deck really depends on what match you're in, right, and who your opponent is. So when we do look at the cards, Fry is an instant for 2. This spell can't be countered, so obviously we know this is great against control decks. Fry deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker that's white or blue. So any Azorius, maybe any Esper, anything with Yorin in it, am I right? We're probably going to run Fry just to deal with that. Even things like Winota, right? Winota hits the field for 4. They're going to blow the whole game up by attacking, playing an agent. Immediately, we just Fry it. Gonzo, bye-bye, see you later, right? So Fry is great for disrupting white and the blue. Lava Coil is great for those mid-range matchups that we talked about that we might need to shift our perspective away from. So because we sideboarded out maybe some Scorch Spitters because he has blockers for those, so they don't really get a lot of value, or something like this, we can bring in Lava Coil so we can deal with his questing beasts, his Gruel Spellbreakers, anything of the sort, right? Those creatures that we just want to get off the battlefield, even some flyers, right? Moving on, we have Unchained Berserker, protection from white. a 1/1, and Unchained Berserker gets +2/+0 as long as it's attacking. So this is self-explanatory. Protection from white. Any deck with a white removal in it that's going to get you, this goes in. And of course, if it's just a mono white deck, this goes in as well, because you're going to have a free and clear attacker that cannot be blocked. Goblin Chainwhirler, this comes in if he has Lana War Elves, Paradise Druids, 1/1 tokens, anything like that, right? Anything with 1 toughness, we're going after it with our Goblin Chainwhirler. Rampaging Ferocidon is great against Lurrus, LOL. It is a 3/3 with Menace. Players can't gain life. That's awesome. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Rampaging Ferocidon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. So when he plays a cat, he's not gaining life from the cat, and he loses 1 life. So that's really, really great, right? Of course, we're still going to lose that life, but he's coming down with us. So he's no longer just clawing us down. He's going to come down as well. And then we did talk about Experimental Frenzy. So that's the sideboard and a bit of the sideboard strategy. Let's get more into the general deck strategy and synergies now. Obviously, we overcapped that it's generally an aggro deck. You turn your things sideways, you attack your opponent, and you hope to win the game by riding your mana curve out on your first 3 turns. We're talking 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, Embercleave. That's going to be ideal. If you do hold a Torbrand in your hand with an Anax on the field, maybe leave it there. Don't be too greedy, because if he wipes the field, he's going to make all those 1/1 tokens from Anax's ability, in which case we can play our Torbrand and then just deal nuclear damage to our opponent that way. Goblin Chainwhirler, we talked about wiping up all of the 1 toughness creatures, which is my favorite play of the game. Robber of the Rich can exile cards from our opponent's library. That's always opportunistic or tragic based on what your opponent's deck is and if they've flooded in land or not. If they're choked on land and you eat all their land away, great. But if they've flooded in land and you eat land out of their library, now you're helping them get to their non-land permanents quicker. So it's a double-edged sword sometimes with Robber of the Rich, but better than not most times. Direfleet Daredevil is often sideboarded out immediately for us if it's not against a deck with instances and sorceries, just because his ability grabs them from the graveyard. Burning-Tree Emissary is amazing. This goes on top of our Runaway Steamkin. So we can play Steamkin, play our Burning-Tree Emissary on top of it, create more mana. Now maybe play something like a Robber of the Rich on top of it. Steamkin gets 2 +1/+1s in a single turn off of 2 mana, which is great. So it's a great way to have your Steamkin on the field and then buff it up even quicker, because it just adds us additional mana to spend, which buffs up the Steamkin, and then hopefully we can spend the Steamkin mana, and it's just kind of like a cycle that we can go around expanding our field presence. Light Up the Stage is our draw engine. That's all we have. It just do damage, use it as a spectacle cost. You should never really hardcast this unless your back is way against the wall, and even then you're in trouble. Torbrand, we talked about holding in your hand. Embercleave goes out on your Anax because it gets +1/+1, plus it has 2, so it's really giving Anax +3/+3, or not +3, +3/+1 because of his ability for devotion, and then Double Strike Trample, which should be enough to win the game. Don't forget to use your Castle Empress to pump everybody up if you have nothing else. I think that's it. Other cool synergies with Torbrand is Scorch Spitter. The Scorch Spitter's 1 chip damage turns into 3, which is awesome. And then if he has things on the field that have 2 toughness, have 3 toughness, we can sneak a Torbrand on the field, and then we can Chainwhirler, right? And then our Chainwhirler, 1 damage becomes 3 damage to everything, which is absolutely terrifying. So that's the deck strategy. Those are the deck synergies. Before we get into today's gameplay footage, you guys, I do want to remind you, we're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. I'd really enjoy your company. The community that we have here is great. I have a banging Discord as well with 1,000 members, all skill levels, beginners to experts. It's a great way to share your experiences, talk to other Magic the Gathering Arena fanatics, make some friends, and if you have any questions, concerns, or troubles, it's a great way to get help as well. That's really, really quick. I also do daily uploads on YouTube. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit the bell icon so you're notified of all of our other future uploads. And with further ado, without further ado, I want to bring you guys into today's gameplay footage. I know you're really going to enjoy it. Make sure to watch to the end for my final thoughts. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes. You know we love to play first. That's what it's all about. One land, we go first. No one drop. Can't do it. We have to go for 2. This is good. Lurrus. Chain Whirler could clean up a lot of Lurrus. Keep 6, toss the mountain. Yikes. Hopefully we pull some 1-drops and what have you. We need to get Torbrand out right away. Lurrus is the worst. Into a priest, that's really good too. Oh no. No attacks. Sucks, bro. Okay, Cauldron Familiar. Do you think he really... He doesn't get to choose who he sacrifices. We do. And it's gonna be... This really kills 2 creatures. He must really need the mana ramp, because we do get the token from our Anax, so it just seems maybe not relevant. Is he gonna play his Lurrus with it? I'm intrigued. I think that's his move right now. Ooh, 4 land available. Into a Pulse. Into a Cauldron Familiar. Oh my lord. It's a hard day. I don't know, man. I just want to maybe take the first strike. We don't get to cast the spell. That's fine. But I'm hoping he plays his Lurrus, plays a cat. Oh, nice. This is unexpected. We have to clean the cat, sadly. As long as he doesn't get them back into the field. He could get 1 in with Lurrus, and then have to sacrifice his Lurrus and the cat to kill our Daredevil. Huh. Or use whatever else he's got in his hand, right? So, there's some stuff going on. We now need to start planning ahead to our sideboard. Priest of the Forgotten Gods is annoying. And for that, I would use a Lava Coil on it. I would also take more Chain Whirlers, because he's got plenty of cats. Daredevil could maybe stay, but it's such a late game play. Like, we'd need to cast it with 6. So he does decide to go Luris and then Stitcher instead. Okay. So let's obviously go all in. Let's see what he does with that. We got the cleavage, right? It's a fair amount of, like, what, 7 damage here? 8, 9 with the Daredevil. Down to 3. We don't really have any direct damage, is the sad thing, though. Another Embercleave, I mean, is out of the way, I guess, right? Play a lot of things, right, with Luris. Most notably, Kroxa and Luris is really good, right? You can play your Kroxa every turn from your graveyard without needing to pay its escape cost, which is pretty cool. Trail of Crumbs. I imagine we see an Oven. Right, he's gonna get his cat in play. He did pay to draw there, hey? Wow. Just for another Kroxa to get rid of our Embercleave, which is fine because he sacks it. He doesn't. Oh no, we don't have a card. This is in exile, so we take 3 damage here. Oh, and then he instant speed sacks it with the God, which is fine, right? Could be worse. He gets the 2 mana. Can only cast from hand though. He's already. Oh no, he hasn't cast. Or has he? Has he cast from his graveyard yet this turn? I wish there was like a log where you could see actions taken. Right? That'd be really cool. I think those are in the trackers, actually. Okay, another priest, but his first priest is fine because it's tapped. This is fine. This is A-okay. Really? That does not make sense. Pushing everybody up. That's going to be a good game in game 1. So I was saying something about illegal attacks there. It is Jund, right? Lur's Jund with Kroxa. So we need our Ferocitons. That's going to shut down the cat. The Chain Whirler was also really nice. I think we can toss our Daredevils. And I think we can toss our Scorch Spitters. And I just want a couple fries. That priest is annoying, right? I don't know how to explain that any better. There's so many good cards in here that we just are wanting to play. So we've gone like full mid-range somehow, like from aggro. That could hurt us, but I think all of these are worth having. Let's roll. You never know, right? We get to play first, so we're in response anyways, so always having that extra Chain Whirler on your response is nice. Or when you're on the draw, I guess that's a better way to say it. And we've got it right here, also with our Rampaging Ferocidon, which is going to shut down the cats if he can get there. Doesn't really shut it down, but it basically nullifies the life gain that he receives. And it also deals 1 damage to him, which is nice. Hopefully our Chain Whirler gets a nice turn 3 cleanup, and then we can play our Varoston on turn 4, and then save our other Chain Whirler for later on when we need to clean up again. No attacks, we should play defensively. We have first strike. And let's just prolong the turns to our Chain Whirler. Gosh darn tootin'. I cannot stand that priest of Forgotten Diddles. Such a bummer. No attacks here either. Oh, that's gonna be game. Why you do this? Hopefully we draw lands, and we can play Torbrand, and then we can whirl. He's just gonna have a sack again, though. We shouldn't have showed him that card. Let's just move past it real quick. I don't know if he's looked at it or not. I want those lava coils. We still want to keep our mana curve. We don't want to drop all of our 1-drops, so I throw out a robber just to sub out a 2 for a 2. Then we get the removal for lava coil, which is what we need. Okay, we get it here. This is perfect. The Embercleave can get tossed to the bottom. There we go. It's our play. I don't think it matters. So let's just play it. Kind of sucks that we wasted the mana. But let's just get our creature out there. We kind of throw off our ideal mana curve for the removal that we think we need. The deck does suffer from a lack of removal. Mostly it just doesn't have Bonecrusher Giant, and you can really feel it. Anax is a nice drop here. As long as we can get around claim the firstborn, right? That really sucks. That's fine. We can clean that up. It pushes our Anax up quite a bit as well. How does he kill Anax for 1? Oh my god. Brutal. That would have been a cool hit. But he dances around it. Good on him. One of his sideboard cards, Red Cap Melee. Very good against us. Goose, we're not overly concerned with. He's gonna play the cat off the treasure, or the food. Let's see if we can pull a 2-drop off the top of his library. I sure hope we do. No way. Another red cat melee. This guy. Wow. We don't get the draw with our lava coil now either. We do get the cat out of play though again. He has to replay it with Luris. Ending our turn. Not enough for Croxa to come back, so we still get to keep our lava coil, thankfully. We have to keep in mind though that when he does enter the battlefield, we have to get rid of it. And I believe we're best to get rid of our Luris here. Let's kind of deal with that finally. Let's take the draw with the robber. Ah, it's a land. Bummer. Down to 8. Cat out of play. Land, that's fine. Interesting. Not enough in the graveyard for Croxa. And we pull a lava coil. We just have to get rid of it. So we can take our robber draw. Oh, he's going for the life gain, not even the cat in play. Shuffling his library for us. Let's put our hand over it, get a good card. And see what he gave us. It's an oven. Interesting. I'll play that. Please and thank you. Ending our turn. So we've got him in a good position. Another Fabled Passage. Oh, the Fabled Passages go into the graveyard for Croxa. That is not good. That's not good. This is gonna suck. Oh. Come on, haste. Let's see what we get with the robber. You can do it. You can do it. Another oven. God damn it. What a world. He's not really in a position to attack, though, is the thing. Right? God damn it. Oh, Lord. Yikes. I don't even know what we're looking for. Torbrand? Can't attack. Unless he can get a defender. I'll take that. A couple more of those will be all okay. Next turn we can get 2 damage in. He keeps top decking land. This is good. Let's go ahead and just eat this land up now while the mana is available. Hopefully Tristani is happy with that. We're going to put a stop. We're going to use a couple Karma coins. Pull something awesome. I don't even know what we're looking for. A Torbrand. We're looking for a Torbrand. Pulling that to the top of our deck. Here it goes. Oh. That's not what I was thinking of, but it's still very good. And the Menace will win us the game. Next turn, right? As long as we're A-okay on the front. Okay, whatever. That does help him. He can't attack. Oh, it's a land. Good game. Is that a little preemptive for us? I don't know. Let's... Oh, we can't gain life. I thought it was just him. My turn. Let's spend a couple more Karma coins. Take the draw. Here comes Torbrand. Oh, no. I guess we're all out. We should hit the bank. Down to 1. And keep the land in hand. Just in case something happens. That's not that. Good game. That's awesome. Clutch win. I thought we were going to lose that. Playing first, as always. Keeping the hand. Looks pretty good. Daredevil's not really something that's useful unless you play against Yoron, the Sky Nomad. So that's alright. Goblin Chain Whirler, I don't think we're going to see any value from. Burning-Tree Emissary is alright. The Steamkin's bad because of Teferi bounces. That's my first observations, I guess. But if we act away from that, we can play our Steamkin, then play our Burning-Tree onto our Daredevil and double pump our Steamkin. So there's always the chance he doesn't have his required cards, and then we're going to try to capitalize off that as best we can. He's being friendly. Let's greet him with a fellow hello. Very cordial. Ooh, pays life for it. Diamond Mare, what jank life is this? Gain 1 life. I am interested, to say the least. Let's preload our Steamkin to 2. No attacks. That way, if he removes it, we at least get a token from it. And then we can pump our Steamkin up next turn quite efficiently. Especially if we pull a land. Our opponent is playing all over the board. This is a huge deck. He's 250 cards in this deck. What did we get ourselves into? Oh my lord. I didn't notice how big this stack was until now. Woo! Incredible. So let's pump to 2. Push to 3. I'm going to save it and play Torbrand instead. Right? And then we can clear his whole field instead. Attack with Anax because he has to block. And we'll go beside him as well. Pulling a Ginger Root, that's fine. He really needs to wipe our field. But we're creating plenty of Anax tokens then. And he took it. So that's incredibly interesting to me. This Mono Red historic deck eats meta decks. So it is always a treat when we run into some jank like this, right? Absolutely awesome. We're gonna wipe his whole field and then attack for lethal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's game one. As far as sideboard options go, I don't even know. We're gonna probably get rid of our Darefleet Devils or whatever. Direfleet Daredevil. There we go. And maybe put in another Chain Whirler. It's hard to say, really. Okay. So that's fine. We kind of expected that. I like the Chain Whirler. The Daredevil can go, I guess. It is nice to have that 2-drop. Wow, I can't even comprehend. So I like the idea of blasting Euron. We just drop a light up the stage. It shouldn't be too detrimental to our overall strategy. Steamkin still holds its value here. We can't rely on one land. It is a nice hand, don't get me wrong, but to draw 2 lands in a row when we are sitting at 35% per land drop, it's just not happening. We have to... No land, really? Oh no. What? I guess we should have risked it. This is ridiculous. In what world? Sometimes you get burned, you guys. Sometimes you get burned. What do? Just try your best. If only that Embercleave would help. He's greeting us again. Second match seems strange, but I'll pretend I didn't just see him. Don't underestimate a red deck with 2 lands, you guys. This robber could help us. And we do have a fry for when things get out of control. All the glitters? Is that why he's stacking artifacts? Fervent Champion is playable. I don't mind it. If we could pull another Fervent Champion and then a land after, that could be ideal. Ooh. I don't mind if I do. A Vadrock, Apex of Thunder, flying first strike, 3/3. Mutate for 4, which we will not be able to do unless we can cast it for any along with the mutate, but I don't think we can. I think we can only use the mana of any color to cast the creature, not the ability. Drawbridge, interesting. I could give his guys haste. We pull land. So, I mean, we're getting a little closer to that equation. Let's go down to 2 so we still get the draw. Right? Let's see what else we got. Hopefully it's a 2-drop. Oh, it's another 3-drop. Alright, so we have double blocks, that's fine. We just really wanted the draw. And hopefully he doesn't play this turn. And then we don't have to play this turn, next turn. Oh, he'll have to play 2 cards actually here. One's a land, sure. That makes sense. Don't play anything else, bro. Keep 3 cards in your hand. And then we can get the Robber and take his Vadric. He draws a card. Still has 2 mana available. Nice. So we get a 3rd draw. It's just a land. That's fine. Double blocks here, I assume. Hopefully no magic. No, we're good. Now let's get our new dude in play. Not enough mana for the mutate, and I don't think we could do it, but we do get him on the field, which is great. 3/3 flying first strike. Oh no. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. That creature becomes an artifact. Destroy all non-artifact creatures right now. We're gonna die anyways. And Antiquity doesn't help us. Let's see blockers. I think we'll just get our Embercleave in the field. Right, it's semi-decent damage. We do get 8. Yikes. I mean, I think we're doing pretty good for the mulligans that we did have, right? So even if this does end badly for us, I think next match is going to be just fine. That's a pretty cool combo with Voltaic Servant and Crashing Drawbridge. Not bad, not bad. It'll actually untap now, which is cool. I'm not sure why he didn't just go all out, but whatevs. Maybe we pull a Torbrand, followed by an immediate Chain Whirler. It's hard to say. And Anax off the top would be pretty cool as well. We have pretty good chances of this. Our opponent sitting on 250 does not. Right, it's pretty weird draw chance for him. But I guess if they're all heaters, they just start tossing them on the field, right? Midnight Clock, that's fine. I mean, we do have our Fry for when Yorin hits. Big money, big money. Ooh. I like that. Interesting. Scries are fine. Hopefully they go to the bottom. I like scry. Oh, scry to the top in 230 cards. It must have been a heater. Divine Visitation. Oh my lord. We're going to Janktown, you guys. Wow. Be willing to double block. Triple block, I guess. That's good. Land does nothing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to do this now because it's not in our hand actually, so it just costs 3. And then we don't have enough. We'll keep our Firebrand back and we can do sacrifice damage to increase his first strike capabilities. Really? Alright, down to 3. Huh. Okay, let's see all these angels, baby. Hopefully they don't have lifelink. We got rid of the haste, right? They won't have haste from the drawbridge. A stone coil for 6. Woof. Ouchie. I've been trying to get that Yorin on the field this whole time. Alright, we just need 2 damage. He can do as much damage as he wants. I don't care. I'm surprised he attacked with both of them. And then I'm surprised he wouldn't chump block with the Thopter. It seems less valuable. Let's see where we get to. Oh my lord. If only a second Embercleave helped us. We do have our Castle Embereth plus our Fanatical Firebrand. Right. I think that's still lethal, I'm pretty sure. Bloop. I don't think it much matters. Oh, we shouldn't have done it. We should have done it after. That's on me. But we still have plenty of damage because we dropped his devotion. Ugh. That's on us. So we've seen how bad we got burned last time by mulliganing. But I don't want to get burned again. Right? And what are the chances our opponent's playing another jank deck? No, he does only have the 80 cards because of Yorin. Let's keep it. We'll pull a land. I believe. Ooh. That's not a land. Right, we definitely need a land. Big money, big money. So he's gonna basically see that this is a dead game here. Honestly, probably taking our Burning-Tree. Yeah, sad. We put a stop here. Now we take our hand, we place it over top of our deck. We take the draw manually. And see how we've just spent our karma coins we've gained up throughout the week to pull the land to the top of our deck. And now we can continue playing without too much worry. I guess we would like to pull next turn as well, get Anax out right away. But worst case scenario, we just push in with another Steamkin. Ooh, that's bad. Bad. Not so bad with an Anax in play though. Let's take the time to kill this Narset. Sorry, Bay. Nothing personal. A yikesies. He's gonna hit our Anax and we're gonna play another Anax. That is absolutely magical. Right. Let's do Steamkin into Firebrand. Into Big Hit. Right, and then into tap Steamkin, Anax again. Decent. So if he doesn't have Shatter the Sky, I'm afraid this is going to be a sad situation. Yorn can hit the field. Ooh, an ECD on our Anax. But we get another just big organic hit here. Right? This is like aggressive. This might be lethal, I think. I'm no good at the maths, but yikes. Down to 2. Oh, and now we get shattered. Loving it. What's he got to bring back? Alright, hopefully this Narset whiffs. Let's chip the Bola statue down. Oh, there he goes. He's a tough cookie. Alright, he's found something. Counting his land. Frightening me, that's for sure. Count my 2 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4. No cards in hand. Okay, he's got chump blockers. Plus a Yorn. He could play Yorn, bounce Oath, kill my Anax, and then block one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not enough to play them both. Ooh, that's hot. Nice. Doom Foretold has definitely gotten the win here. We can easily just back our way out at this point. Try to win in game 2 against Yoron, the Sky Nomad, also known as the Oppressor, right? The Brutalator, the Terrorizer. I'd go further, but I feel like it's just making our situation that much worse. Yeah. Good game. Let's try to clean this up with a Goblin Chain Whirler, right? We drop the Scorch Spitter because it's got no haste, so negative effect against Teferi. I believe we need to drop the Steamkins as well because of Teferi. Right? It's weird, but that is what has been required of us. So let's try to do our best. We get to play first. Let's pray for a nice mana curve on the way up. I will keep it just because of the Unchained Berserkers, honestly. get that second land. Oh my gosh, that's bad luck. I mean, good luck with the Berserkers, but we really need to pull a land. They're not impervious to Shatter the Sky either, so that's not good. Wow. Throwing this match away, that's for sure. We should have mulliganed. We got tricked by our old Demon Greed, trying to get us to take these Unchained Berserkers. He did use a cast down, which would be ideal on a Berserker. And of course, here's the T-top, which we all know and love. Should plus. Does not. Takes the draw. Let's get a land. What? Alright, guys. We're going to have to spend some more Karma Coins to pull that land to the top next turn. Let's put our stop.
It's only a matter of time.
Let's just, let's place our hand over it right now. He's good gaming us. Let's draw the land. There it is. Let's try to get in there. Oh, we actually should have just fried it immediately. Whatever. I was so excited about getting the Berserker on that the Archon of Sun's Grace kind of like just didn't even faze me. I was just like, screw you, I'm getting my creature. But what's he just make? One of them, or does he get two of them? I think it's just one, right? So it could be worse. Could be worse. Gonna gain some life, whatever. Let's zap it. And just start hitting with our Berserker. We've got a couple more to play, so hopefully we can get him in play and have our opponent eat his own words. We get to light up the stage here, which is nice. He's gonna kill his Treacherous Blessing. And yeah, I mean, it's probably still a good game, but we did come back for seeing how terrible that was. If he does minus, we can kill him. He's gonna minus on his Treacherous Blessing, that makes sense. We could still kill it though. Interesting. Let's see how this pans out for us. We really need the win here, or just straight shut down.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
He didn't bounce his Treacherous Blessing. He wants to sack it with his Doom Foretold instead. Good idea. He's long conning us, that's for sure. We sack our Firebrand. Oh, no. Yeah. I think that's lethal if I'm... Oh, no. Shoot. We can't flash our Embercleave in because it's a fairy. That's our mistake. Let's still use our mana. And Anax is actually a really good play right here. Right? Because we can stack our Anax and make the 2 tokens. As long as our Anax survives this turn, that is. He shatters. He makes too many tokens for us. Oh, a second Doom Foretold's really good, actually. Shoot. Birth is fine. I think it's still okay. I mean, math, right? We gotta kill Anax, right? He makes the tokens, which is nice. They have Summoning Sickness. And then we get to hit for 3. Plus our Robber? Oh no, because he'll just block that easily. And he has 2 Doom Foretolds. So we play Anax again. And another Berserker because our Robber has haste and we can get that in pretty hard next turn. Down to 1, right? Maybe the Unchained Berserker greed is paying off. It's a really weird situation here, though. He kills his Teferi. And then he kills his Omen. Takes the 0/4 Defender. So if there's no Teferi, we can Embercleave. ECD on Anax, okay. But still, no Teferi, we can Embercleave. Ugh! If we pull a land, we can Embercleave. What? Oh, he can't bounce the Berserker. That's a good game. Oh no. Yeah, it still is. Oh no, it's colorless. So the colorless can block us, and we have to sacrifice both of these anyways. I got a little excited there. And we should have played our Embercleave before the attack phase. I'm so used to playing it in combat. That makes me very sad. Let's just get it on the field. Yeah, we missed out on a kill there. That probably just lost us the match. We're going to have to sacrifice it as well. Unless he double sacks his Doom. Which he did. An Archon, that's great.
Don't worry.
Maybe we pull another Fry off the top. Oh, he's got lifelink on the other now. Shoot, I forgot about that. It reactivates its life gain. Into another Omen. So we're falling a little shy here, but this is the best deck in the meta. Well, actually, maybe not. This is kind of a janked up version of it, I feel like. But nonetheless, it still performs very well. I would say maybe we pull an instant, but let's just explode and kill ourselves here. Just a land. Good game. Always playing first. We must play first to land in a red deck. All we need. We've learned anything from today. We can operate fully functional off 2 land and still go infinite. No Steamkins, but we do have our Burning-Tree, which is going to help. Scorch Spitter hopefully goes uncontended, and we can get a nice early light up the stage in as well. Right, we'll play our castle, attack, play Burning-Tree, then play our light up the stage. Ideally, yeah, that's going to be the play here. I mean, we should probably go Dire Fleet Daredevil, in all honesty, but yeah, let's spend all our mana appropriately. I don't think someone playing Gruul lands is going to have any instances or sorceries for us to take, so we may as well just play into the full extent. He's also not going to sack these Llanowar Elves. Right? I do not think, you guys. Even if he does, it's worth it. He doesn't. It's just pure damage. Looking for a Chain Whirler. Uh-oh. So believe it or not, last match I got 2 Paradise Druids and a Llanowar Elf, and he conceded. And then he conceded the second best of 3 match as well. But we had our music on, so I couldn't keep the recording. It looks like we are going to have a repeat though here. Yeah, just GG's. Sorry, RIP. Normally I like to play the Torbrand first, so we get the big damage, but let's just do what we came to do. It's still incredibly huge value. And no attacks, just because we hold a Torbrand in hand, and it's going to make our next few attacks just going to be super deadly. I mean, he's doing well, but how do you compete with this? Scorch Spitter does 3 damage with its chip damage, so it's even worth kamikazing it in, right? And he actually trades with the Bone Crusher Giant as well, but First Strike gets him instead. Alright, Gruul. So we're talking Lava Coils. Our Daredevils come out. We also want the Chain Whirler because he's got lots of mana. Light Up the Stage can go. Honestly, our Steamkin can probably go as well, but I don't want to be that guy. Let's drop a Spitter instead. Right, I'd rather go Infinite potentially than worry about his Domri's removal. Domri's Ambush. They should just call it's Gruul just has Domri's removal, right? Opponent goes first. If we can pull a 2-drop, right? Even another 1-drop. It's a Llanowar Elf. Sadly, I'm gonna have to sack my Firebrand immediately. We got this. Here we go. Okay. 1 Llanowar Elf coming up. Oh yeah, baby. That's 3 Anaxes. That's not good. That's actually, yeah, a negative effect. At least he makes the tokens, so, I mean, that could be beneficial. Holding it in our hand in case of removal, I don't know. Let's see what he does. Okay, yeah. He goes in with haste, that's fine. We can block with Anax, which is nice. Or get hit with Domri's removal. Don't you dare. Ouch. Getting smashed. Let's play another Anax. And by golly, let's smash. Is he gonna Embercleave us? Does he play a second mountain? No, Questing Beast. It's basically an Embercleave, right? Ah, it's got Vigilance. I hate that. We have to sacrifice another Anax. Can we pull Torbrand, please? It's a big hit. It's not enough. And hopefully we survive till next turn and can clean up somehow. Right? Another questing beast. He falls just short. Let's give him a good game. Lava Coil this beast. That's a sick top deck. Ouchie. That's 2 in a row there. Woof. Always playing first. We all know this. 2 lands. Steamkin, Emissary on top into a robber. I think so. That's a very nice hand, right? So you can kind of formulate how your first couple turns are going to go based on your draw hand. And if you can do that, it's probably a good draw hand, right? Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. If you can map those out immediately with the hand you have, let her rip. That's what I always say. Now, apparently, I always say you guys. How else do I refer to you people? You people? I'm kidding. Right? It's 2020. I'm trying not to offend, but... You individuals, you. There we go. I'm gonna start calling you all individuals. Can't call me an individual, bro. I'm codependent. Oh, shoot. We have fun here. Live every single day on Twitch, 6 a.m. PST. Come join the fun. Dire Tactics? Really, bro? Dash there. I mean, you know, he's dealt 4 damage to himself. He's dealt more damage to himself than we have. He's really gonna appreciate this. Yeah, let's save Anax. Just go wide. Now that all of his exiled creatures are gone, we'll play our Anax, which is the only creature that needs to be exiled. Oh my god! We get another one? That would have been 3 Dire Tactics, baby. Can you imagine if he's cast one from his hand? That makes me angry. That means he can't block. Okay, good game. Let's check out match 3. Hopefully we can smash this fool. Check out the deck. It seems to be humanoids. Dire Tactics is black and white. Do you think he's got other forms of removal? I don't mind the Berserker, but, I mean, are his creatures gonna be? I think we're better off to go with the Whirler, the Frenzy. Well, maybe we drop the Frenzy. We take the Whirler. And we drop a Daredevil or 2, probably. Well, I wouldn't mind taking those instances or sorceries. Let's drop 1. I mean, this is how it goes in your sideboards, you guys. You have to do it on the fly. Developing a strict sideboard guide comes over thousands of games. That's like a good one anyways, right? And just each time you do it, think about, well, what was good in that matchup for me, and then what was bad? And then how can I take the bad things out and put things that I project or predict to be better than what I'm taking out? Opponent goes first. Ooh. Ooh, I hope we draw a 3rd land. This is turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, how I talk about. Looks very messy, but I mean, we just get attracted to these nukes, right? He's taking some nice mulligans there. We pull our 3rd land, which is decent. The 3 defense there is pretty tough, in all honesty. He's actually going to beat us here just based on this Bane of Monsters. So what we need to take is removal. In a big way. Let's start playing these Anaxes at least. And then that way, when we do get removed, it's going to be okay. He gets to draw when this happens. We get to grab a land though, which is nice. I think he's locked on land. That might be our getaway, right? More Anax. Puts it on the robber, which is fine for us. He does get another land, and it's a Triumph, which is good. Yikes. Just trying to go wide on him. He's stifled on lands. Let's try to make the most out of it. So we're gonna get rid of his Bane of Monsters here, I think. Ooh, and we pull a Sorin off the top, which makes him want to take the robber out and take 9 damage. He must have something for that. Yeah, okay. Straight up exiled, boy. We don't get the token because he's been exiled first. Gains 3 life, draws a card. So we got a lot of value out of that. And it's sitting on a very full hand. But we have a very full field. Freebooter takes non-creature, so just light up the stage, that's fine. Let's draw an Embercleave off the top, am I right? Playing first Detour's blockers. And we can create tokens off our Anax when our creatures die, like Scorch Spitter. He doesn't want to lose the Freebooter because it's a nice draw engine for us. And now we're just looking for that Embercleave, right? Decent. He has to exile our Anax before anything, right? If we pull a Torbrand, that's fire as well. Oh, I like that. What? Nice. That's so good. Doubled down. What is life? No Embercleave, no Torbrand. Whatever, bro. Still big hits. I'm trading with the Bane of Monsters, trading with the boot. He takes 2, 4, 6, 9 damage, plus we're out of mana. Can't cast our Light Up the Stage until next turn, but we do get it back. Plus, we get 2, 1, 1 Satyr tokens, which is awesome. Hopefully no field wipe here, and then hopefully we pull a Torbrand off the top. Good game. Awesome. Alright, Mono Red Agrro, historic. It feels good to be home, you guys. I absolutely love it. Mono Red is how I entered Magic the Gathering Arena. It's how I first became competitive. It's the first deck I used to hit Mythic. Not this variant by any means. We were using all of the wizards, right? Back in the day. And Beaumont Courier, if you guys remember that, the artifact, that was awesome. Anyways, this is what it's at now. I still really enjoy it. I just feel at home with Mono Red. Let me know if you guys have similar thoughts with your own deck's archetype that you're most attuned with. If you feel like you play it better than other decks. Again, going on a rampage, going 21-7, I think, earlier in the untap.gg tracker. So that's awesome. Again, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Make sure to share this video out to all of your friends who are trying to push rank before the season ends and before Core Set 2021 comes out and we have to deal with more Teferi control, right? So get it while it's good. I love the second half of the season playing Historic. Let me know if you guys like Historic or Standard more. Obviously, I'd love all of your opinions so I can attune our content to what is most suitable for the audience. Again, if you want to support me, you can do so by joining our YouTube membership program. The link for that is just a join button below the video. There's a lot of cool benefits you get from that. You can also get benefits through our Patreon program as well. Check that out. And then if you just want to throw your Twitch Prime on me, you can do that also. Thanks for watching, you guys. I really appreciate your continued support. Honestly, it's made this whole journey come true. Without you, it wouldn't be possible, and I would have given up long ago. So thank you again, and we will see you same time, same place tomorrow.